Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to talk about Khalil, how to teach Khalil lesson. Learn to integrate content and the language teaching for effective bilingual education. So what is Khalil stands for? It is content and the language integrated learning and educational approach where a subject and the foreign language are taught simultaneously, promoting bilingual education by blending language and content. Where it is originated from. The term content and the language integrated learning was coined in the mid-1990s by Professor David Marsh and Do Coyle of the University of Jyväskylä, Finland, gaining popularity worldwide in response to rapid globalization. When we are teaching Khalil lesson, we should consider 4C's framework. The Khalil methodology is structured around the 4 core principles, known as the Force Framework as defined by Do Coyle 2005. These principles ensure a holistic approach to integrating content and language learning. What is the first C? It is content, subject-specific knowledge and skills students need to acquire through learning. What is second C? It is communication. Language skills need to understand and express content effectively. Third C means cognition. Thinking skills that enable students to process and apply knowledge. Our last C means culture. Awareness of cultural contexts related to this subject matter. What is Khalil implementation models? Team teaching, a prominent and a highly effective approach, particularly at the university level, where a content teacher and the language teacher collaborate closely to deliver instruction. This collaborative approach ensures both subject matter mastery and the language acquisition are addressed simultaneously. What is the power of visual aids? Why we use visual aids in Khalil? Visual aids make complex content comprehensible for language learners, providing crucial context without reducing content rigor. What kind of types we use visual aids? The first one, of course, it is images. We are going to use photographs, maps, and the illustrations. Secondly, multimedia. We will use video, virtual tour, and webcams. Scaffolds, labeled diagrams, graphics, organizers. And for data, we can use charts, graphs, and infographics. Scaffolding strategies for skills. We know the 4 skills are speaking, listening, and writing, reading. How can we use Khalil for these 4 skills? I listed here. And the Khalil lesson planning essentials. The first one, we are going to consider the content and the language objectives. Define subject area knowledge goals and specific language skills students need to achieve. Secondly, we are considering the Force Framework. Integrate content, communication, cognition, and culture in your lesson design. And thirdly, prior knowledge activation include activities that connect new knowledge with students' existing experiences. And materials and resources, select reliable and visual materials such as images, videos, and realia to support understanding. We also can use task-based activities, identify procedures that promote real communication and engagement. Assessment methods plan for both formative and summative assessment to monitor progress in content and the language. I also give there a sample of clear lesson plan structure. The number one is objectives. Define content and the language objective clearly. Second step will be prior knowledge activation. Connect new content with student existing knowledge. Thirdly, input and presentation. Deliver content through visual aids and the language support. Fourth step will be practice and production, include tasks that integrate content and the language. Last step will be assessment, plan for formative and summative evaluation. Assessment in Khalil content. For formative assessment, continuous evaluation through the learning process, we can use quiz and informal feedback, class participation and observation, real-time monitoring of progress. For summative assessment, we are going to use evaluate learning at the end of the instructional unit, like exams and the final projects, presentation and the portfolios, measure both content and the language. I also give you the CLIL assessment rubric example here. How much point you are going to use, such as for content mastery, vocabulary use, and grammar and fluency. It's 4 points. Designing effective CLIL homework. You are going to integrate content and the language using some authenticity, scaffolding, and variety. When you are doing the homework, you can use these example assignments. Thank you for your attention. See you next lesson.